And welcome back to Atreyu News. Breaking: Comey sides with Trump on the leaks. Well, partially anyhow. FBI Director Comey says classified leaks to the media have been unusually active recently. You think? FBI Director Comey says classified leaks to the media have been unusually active. Excuse me. Well, that's what happens when you go up against the world order. They do what they can to destroy you, whether physically or non-physically. It makes no difference to them, just as long as you're gone or destroyed. Let's take a listen.
I can't, Mr. King, but I can agree with your general premise. Leaks have always been a problem. I read over the weekend something from George Washington and Abraham Lincoln complaining about them. But I do think in the last 6 weeks, couple of months, there's been at least apparently a lot of conversation about classified matters that's ending up in the media. Now, a lot of it is just dead wrong, which is one of the challenges because we don't correct it. But it does strike me there's been a lot of people talking, or at least reporters saying people are talking to them in ways that have struck me as unusually active.
Yeah, well, we've seen what has happened. Even when Trump first announced, the mainstream media started demonizing him and lying about him this whole entire time. And all these leaks getting to the media, there's lots of globalists within the US government. They have to be dealt with because they're not Americans as far as I'm concerned. What they're committing is treason. Even though they're probably born in America, it makes no difference. They're not American. They work for the globalists. Breaking: Hillary's camp just went off. Shots fired on James Comey. Former top Hillary Clinton campaign officials vented their frustration over FBI Director James Comey's testimony on Monday. Politico reported 5 months after Comey stepped into the 2016 election fray and campaign's closing days to talk about investigations into Clinton's email use, which Clinton herself has said was a cause for her loss to Donald Trump. Many Democrats are still seething at this role, noting that Comey acknowledged receiving Department of Justice approval to publicly reveal his agency's investigation into potential collusion between Trump's campaign and Russia. Clinton's former press secretary Brian Fallon tweeted an approval he did not care to obtain in Clinton's case. Fallon, who is a former senior official in the Justice Department under Attorney General Eric Holder, joined other former Clinton aides in also grumbling about the revelation that the FBI was investigating the Trump campaign as of late July, but that Comey didn't disclose it until now. Russia probe that Comey confirmed was, as best we can tell, in effect before November 8th, he wrote, referring to the election day. Fair to ask why he didn't think voters deserved to know. Doing some jobs right requires being in the news every day, becoming a household name, and raging everyone, wrote longtime Clinton aide Philip Raines, who played Trump during her debate prep. Tapping into Democrats' pool of anger with Comey, FBI Director isn't one of them. But the operative's frustration also extended to the talk of Russians meddling in the election more generally, and Comey's acknowledgement of the country's intent now that Trump is president. Well, of course, it's never Hillary's fault. I mean, who cares if she was a criminal? Who cares if she was a flawed candidate? Who cares that everyone hated her? I mean, it wasn't her fault, right? Wrong. Clinton was potentially the worst candidate to ever run in history, but I found it funny how the media said that about Trump. When he broke every record in American history and brought the Republican Party from extinction to the top of the league. Their answers were, no, 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 Russians did not hack the election. Hillary was just a terrible candidate. Thank you. I have a few different words for her, but the NSA and FBI tell Congress that Russia did not influence electoral process. And how the hell could they? Realistically, how? Russia is not a powerful country, like they are militarily, but compared to what? The United States? I don't think so.
So my question, as of today, Admiral Rogers, do you have any evidence that Russia cyber actors changed vote tallies in the state
Oh, come on, don't do this to me.
of Michigan?
No, I do not, but I would highlight we're a foreign intelligence organization, not a domestic intelligence organization. So it would be fair to say we are probably not the
Just bear with me, folks.
best organization to provide a more complete answer.
How about the state of Pennsylvania?
No, sir.
The state of Wisconsin?
No, sir.
State of Florida?
No, sir.
The state of North Carolina?
No, sir.
The state of Ohio?
No, sir.
So you have no intelligence that suggests or evidence that suggests any votes were changed?
I have nothing generated by the National Security Agency, sir.
Director Comey, do you have any evidence at the FBI that any votes were changed in the states that I mentioned to Admiral Rogers?
No.
Thank you.
You gotta love it. No, no, no. But we already fucking knew that. Well, I can't say we. I should say people on the right. People who follow the light. The right-hand path. Trump's path. We already knew the answer to that. Because the Democrats, the people, the army of undesirables as I call them, are so stupid, they don't actually realize that Russia has the GDP of Italy, therefore isn't even an economic superpower that could infiltrate the sophisticated voting systems of America. Like, are we kidding here? But that's funny. No, no, no. So Democrats lose again, and they look even stupider, which was difficult to contemplate, but they've done it. They look even dumber.